Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today's Tuesday and it's April the 5th, 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to extend to you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a returning viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. You know, I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets. So you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. And our story today comes from the city of Fayetteville here in Cumberland County, North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Fayetteville first grade teacher charged with drug trafficking. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. And our story today is about 34-year-old Antonisha Chambers, a first-grade teacher at Honeycutt Elementary School here in Fayetteville. She was hired by the Cumberland County School System in August of last year, and reports say she is on a visa status, which means she's really from another country. And since the middle of March, she has been on administrative leave from her job because of what police say she was doing from her home. She had a side job. And this is what has been reported about this case. And now all of this information is available on the Fayetteville Police Department Facebook page. And they don't say what prompted them to visit Chambers' home that day. But on Friday, March the 18th, police say they were conducting a drug bust at her home when they seized over 4 pounds of meth in her house. Now, I'm sure that was not the only thing they found. I'm sure police found other items during that siege, but the only thing they mentioned was the meth. Nonetheless, she was arrested at that time. And based on the charges she's now facing, it appears that Miss Chambers was a drug dealer, a meth dealer. She was running a meth house, allegedly, here in Fayetteville. She has been charged with trafficking methamphetamines, trafficking by transport, maintaining a dwelling for the purpose of narcotic and conspiracy. And as I was doing my research for this video, I did a search of Chambers' name, and what I found was very informative. I ran across an international newspaper from the island of Jamaica, and it's called the Jamaican Observer. And here was the news, the headline, and it's Jamaica first grade teacher on meth charges in the U.S. And I learned from that newspaper that Chambers is a native of Jamaica, and she's in the U.S. on a visa, participating in an exchange visitor program where teachers from other countries are sponsored for placement in public, private, and charter school in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. And as you can see, that the date of this article was March the 24th, 2022, which is just a few days after she was arrested. So even back in Jamaica, they're also reporting on this case. And according to reports, one parent said that she had made complaints to the school system regarding Chambers' performance in the classroom, but the school had refused to take action. According to that parent, she did an interview with the media. She said she had removed her daughter from the classroom because Chambers had called her daughter an unpleasant name. She had told her that she was dumb. And while Chambers did not deny she said that to the child, she attributed the name calling as being part of a culture. I guess Chambers forgot that she was now in the United States, and that the way she may have talked to students back in Jamaica would not be viewed the same way. Maybe she forgot when they had that conversation with her. But the parent making the complaint said that even though the school system refused to take action, they left her in the classroom long enough so that karma had a chance to take over. Now, those are my words, not hers, but the way she treated the student may have had nothing to do with her being a meth dealer, but it does show that there were complaints to the school board about her performance, and they had failed to take action. And after her arrest, Chambers was suspended from her job at the school as the school conducts its own investigation. I'm sure they're trying to exercise a lot of precaution here because of this international program she's in. I'm sure they want to make sure they're covering all the tracks and they're collecting all their facts before they decide on a course of action. In a written statement, a spokesperson for the school stated she's not allowed to return to the school and she's not permitted to have contact with students or any other staff. And even though Chambers is the one who's getting, she's the one who's being talked about and she's the one who's getting all of the attention, she was not the only person arrested and charged. This man pictured here with her, his name is Bradford Gordon. He's 29 years old and he lives in the same house as Chambers, the same house where allegedly meth was being sold. Well, he was arrested at the same time as she was, and he's facing the same charges as she is for drug trafficking. But the newspaper said that he's also in this country on a visa, but I don't believe he's on the same type of teacher visa as she is because that was never mentioned, and it does not appear that he has any association with Cumberland County Schools because I did not read that in any of the published articles. And the two are due in court later this week. And here's what I think about this case. You know, sometimes people feel they can exist under the radar scheme without being detected. And, you know, sometimes they do, but not in this case. Makes you wonder who her patrons were. Exactly who was she selling meth to? She probably sold it to an undercover agent, allegedly, and that's what got her in trouble. But you know what bothers me most about this situation is that one bad seed will cause extra scrutiny on a very good teacher exchange program that had dual benefits. There were benefits for aspiring young teachers in Jamaica who were looking for opportunities to expand abroad, and benefits for us here in the Carolinas facing an ever-growing teacher shortage. But Antonia Chambers is just one bad apple, and her arrest should not negatively impact on a well-respected teacher exchange program. It really should not. But I'm sure she's going to lose that job and she'll probably end up in jail. And if they're successful in coming to some type of agreement where she's sentenced to probation, there's no doubt she'll be sent back to Jamaica. And it's not going to be any grand send off either. Trafficking meth and you're a first grade teacher allegedly by girl by. We can definitely do better. And that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the notification bell that looks just like this one right here, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.